Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to go on with our lesson from Unit 3, Period 3, that talks about the past tenses. Yesterday we talked about 3 types of past tenses. Past simple, that is used for completed actions, and we said we have clues like yesterday, ago, last, and on, at, plus a previous date. Then we talked about the past continuous and its relation with the past simple. We said the past continuous is a long action that happened or that is happening or was happening in progress, and then we have a short action that interrupted it. Now the long action is in the past continuous, was or were plus ing, and the short action is in the past simple, which is طبعا past simple could be regular or irregular verb, that is verb 2 in the list of verbs. Now we have the third past tense, which is past perfect, that is used when we want to focus about which action happened first. Yani we talk about an action that is preceded by another or that is followed by another one. Now the first action is in the past perfect, which is had plus past participle, and the second action is in the past simple. And as I told you yesterday, we shouldn't focus on the sentence itself or the order of the sentence itself. You have to understand which action happened first to put it in the past perfect and which followed to put it in the past simple. I want to focus today on the questions in your book, in the blended material that you have. So let's answer this question. Complete the sentences with the correct tense of the verbs and brackets. We will answer them, then I'll show you the answer for all of the statements in order to have a screenshot for them if you like to do so. So what about number 1? How can we correct the verbs between brackets? Raise your hands if you want to answer. Ibrahim Khalil. Yes, Ibrahim.
My name is Reem. I asked him to come back later because I am working.
Again, please, Yarim.
I asked, we added the ed to ask him to come back later because I am working.
I am? We are talking about past, Yarim. I
What?
asked. We are talking about past, not present. When you say I am working, it is present continuous, not past continuous. So
I was working.
I was working. Good. So I asked him to come back later because I was working. The long action and the short action. Number 2. Yes, number 2. Tawjihi, can you raise your hands to answer, please? One. Hala. Hala Ahmed. Number 2, please.
He gave the right answer بعد لا.
Yes.
أي سؤال؟
Number 2.
He gave the
number
right
2, statement number 2.
تمام. He gave the right answer but the teacher didn't hear him.
Very good. He gave the right answer, but the teacher didn't hear him. The two actions happened at the same time. When the two actions, and they are short, happened at the same time, you should use both of them in the past simple. Pay attention to this. So he gave the right answer, but the teacher didn't hear them. Number 3. Number 3. Her mother, her, why, she. Yes, Ibrahim. Or Reem, Ahmed, Ibrahim, I don't know.
Yes. Her mother asked her where she was crying.
Good. Her mother asked him why she was crying. Long action interrupted by a short one. The next one, number 4. يلا توجيه number 4. It while I to work. Pay attention to the clues. دلائل يا توجيه. Again, Reem Ibrahim.
Yes. It was raining while I was walking to work.
It could be, by the way, it was raining while I was walking to work. But if you talk about when it started raining, you can say it rained while I was walking to work. It's better to say this, although your answer is absolutely right. Thank you, Yarim. The next one, Hala.
تمام. She took a taxi to the station and arrived just in time.
Good. She
Yeah,
took a taxi and she arrived in time. Yes, just in time. Ibrahim, number 6.
Yes. While he was looking around the room, he heard someone coming.
He heard someone coming. Yes, while he was looking around the room, this is the long action. Suddenly he heard someone coming. Now this is the answer of this question. You can have a screenshot for it. Just a moment. That's the answer for this question. Right. Let's move to question number 5. I return back to prefixes later, but let us finish talking about the past tenses. Let's do this question. Yeah, this one. In period 4, question number 1, page 24 in your blended material. Yes, Yahala, start please. Read the question first.
تمام. I left the key inside the house. I got home in the evening
Can you read the question, Hala? Can you read the question to know what are we going to do?
Rewrite the sentences as single sentences, changing the tense of one verb and the order of the events if necessary. Use the word or phrase in brackets to join the two events.
As you can see, just a moment, let me tell them what we are going to do. We have two separated sentences. We are going to join them together by using the conjunctions or linking words or connectors, whatever you want to call them. You are going to use the word in brackets in order to join these two sentences, paying attention to the tense of the verb and also to the order of the sentences. If there are two short actions happened at the same time, you have to use the past. If we have a long action, this is past continuous, and the short action is a past simple. Yes, and if we have actions that one of them preceded the other, you have to use the past perfect and the past simple. So, Yahala, you can do number 1 for us, please.
I left the key inside the house. I got home in the evening and realized the problem. هتكون when I got home in the evening, I realized that I had left the key inside the house.
Very good. So, when I left, when I got home, in the evening, I realized I had left the key inside the house. Pay attention to the order of the events. I got home back. Now then I realized, yesterday I talked about such verbs, realized, recognized, remembered, noticed. All these verbs followed by a verb that happened previously. So it should be in the past perfect. So when I got home in the evening, I realized that I had left the key inside the home. Number two, Ahmed Fadl.
The bell rang. Everyone stopped working and left the building. نحط as soon as I the bell rang. Everyone stopped working
As soon
and
as the bell
left the
rang,
building.
yes, as soon as the bell rang, everyone stopped working and left the building. The building. As soon as معناها حالما. يعني the two actions happened at the same time, so they should be in the past simple. Number three, Ibrahim.
Yes.
Yes, please.
He rang me. It was in the middle of watching my favorite TV program.
Yeah.
While it was in the middle of watching my favorite TV program, he rang me.
It was in the middle of watching my TV program. This is to tell you that the action is in progress, ya Ibrahim. So can you rewrite it or say it in another way? While I, for example.
Yes, while I was in the middle of watching my favorite
no need, Ibrahim, no need to say in the middle, huh? While I was
watching my favorite TV program, he rang me.
Very good. While I was watching my favorite TV program, he rang me. What about number 4? Walid Khaled. Yes, ya Walid. His colleagues came to collect him. He was in the middle of eating his breakfast. It's somehow similar to number 3, but pay attention to the connector. When, where to put it. While or as we said yesterday, should be connected with the long action. عشان هيك قلنا while I was watching my favorite TV program. طب when, what should I do? نشوف ريم إبراهيم.
When he was eating his breakfast, his colleagues came to collect him.
هلا وين بنربطها يا ريم مع الشورت اكشن؟ فبقول when his colleagues came to collect him, he was eating his breakfast. It's better. By the way, it's not wrong, but it's better to connect the linking word when with the short action and while with the long action. It's better to do that, but it is not wrong what you said. So when his colleagues came to collect him, he was eating his breakfast. The last one, please. Walid, can you try to do number 5, please?
I spent a long time studying this subject. I passed the exam easily.
Yes.
هذه بتحكي I passed the exam easily because I spent a long time studying this subject.
Good, but you have to let's say change one of the two verbs. If you notice, we have because, and we said after because there is something happened previously. Sheikh ya Walid. So I passed the exam easily because
I spent a long time studying this subject.
I spent or I had spent. I had spent a long time studying this subject. في حدث بالأول صار اللي هو إيش؟ I had spent a long time studying this subject. Then I passed my exams or the exam easily. تمام؟ So in this case, you connect one action that is happened previously of the other.
Teacher,
Yes, please.
could you please differentiate between the use of because the past continuous and the past perfect?
Yes, you have to pay attention whether the action is in progress. Can it be a long one or not? Yeah, Ibrahim. I think you are talking about this statement, huh?
Yes.
Just a moment. I will turn back to it. This one, huh? I asked him to come back later because I was working, huh? I was working. لو قلت I had worked, you will not ask him to come later, صح? So the action is
يعني أنا
still in progress.
فيش في بروجرس صح؟ سبنت فيش في بروجرس.
No
المثال
progress.
5.
Here you talk إنه I had spent and I finished the action. The action is completed. الحدثين تموا وانتهوا هناك ب had spent. لكن one of them preceded the other. واحد سبق الثاني عشان هيك استخدمته في الباست بيرفكت والثاني في الباست سمبل. But here, why did you ask him to come back later? Because you were still working. Huh? I was working. I can't meet him, for example. Is it clear? واضح?
Clear. Thank you.
You are welcome. Again, this is the answer of question number 3 that we have just finished, يا توجيه. We still have the last idea that I focused on many times, which is this one. Look at the examples. One day, I noticed that the bananas I had bought about a week before were going brown. You have the 3 past tenses together. أنا عندي في الجملة past simple وعندي past perfect وعندي past continuous. How can I order them? هلا, either you put in mind which are the 2 actions, the 2 short actions, and put the first one according to how you understood the statement, huh? Which one happened first, which followed, and which one was in progress while the 2 actions happened. تمام؟ in this case, noticed قلت لكم mentioned, remembered, realized, recognized, هذول كلهم ايش؟ بيكونوا past simple because you will find that there is something before, huh? The other ones either in the past perfect or in the past continuous. هلا ممكن نسهل حالنا الموضوع شوي. أقول إنه the first action is going to be put. I will show you something here. In this statement, or in this question, as we said, we have the 3 tenses, the 3 past tenses together. Now the first action will be in the past perfect. أول حدث بترتيب الجملة حسب ما أنا فهمت راح يكون past perfect. Now the second one will be in the past continuous, and the third one will be in the past simple. طبعا مش بحكي first, second, third حسب هم موجودين بالجملة، حسب أنا شو فهمت الجملة. For example, while هي this statement. كيف نرتبهم يا توجيهي؟ While we, she, someone who had been in our class when we were at school. هلا لاحظوا بالجمل هاي بيعطيني فعلين اصلحهم، واحد منهم بيكون محلول. فانا بركز على الثانيات، يعني شو اللي ضل عندي ما حطيتوش. لاحظوا يا توجيهي انه عندي while معناته توك هون راح تكون ايش؟ while we were talking. Now she mentioned someone who had been. أنا أول شيء كان someone had been in our class. هاي أول حدث. هذا action number 1. Someone had been in our class. مش هيك؟ But then we were talking. This is the second action. اللي صار بعده إنه we were talking, and the third one she mentioned. اللي راح تكون هون. This is number 3. يعني تخيل الجملة someone had been in our class. كان في حدا معنا بالصف. طيب. Then we were talking about him or her. هذا action number 2 although it is still in progress. لساته شغال هذا الحدث. Then the last action هو number 3 will be the past simple she mentioned. وضحت توجيهي؟ So the answer for this statement or for the correction for these two verbs بقول while we were talking she mentioned someone who had been in our class. What about number 2? Number 2, try to order the events, which is number 1, which is number 2, which is number 3. قلنا number 1 past perfect، اللي بعده اللي هو فيه استمرارية راح يكون past continuous، واللي يجي بالآخر راح يكون past simple. Reem Ibrahim, please. Can you do number 2?
Yes. He got wet during his walk because it was raining and he had forgotten to take an umbrella. The first
action
was he had forgotten.
الأول نسي، هاي first action. Then
it was raining.
Then it was raining. And the last action?
He got wet.
He got wet. I think this is easier to understand how can you order the 3 events. I will show you the answer after we finish the question, by the way. Let's move to number 2, Walid Khaled. Number 3, sorry, number 3.
The day before, I had promised to phone him, so I gave him a quick call while I was having my breakfast.
The first action, promise, then having breakfast, then giving a call. واضح الترتيب يا توجيهي؟ Next, number 4 now. Number 4, Ahmed Fadel.
When I went in, everyone was laughing. Probably because someone had just told a joke.
Very good. Someone had just told a joke. This is number 1. Then everyone was laughing. This is number 2. Then I went in. I think you recognize the order of these 3 events. By the way, you have just here with tell, and just is a clue for perfect, either present perfect or past perfect. Pay attention to something very important يا توجيه, with everyone, someone, everything, something. All these you deal with them as singulars. يعني بتعملهم معاملة المفرد. بياخدوا was مش were. بياخدوا is مش بياخدوا is مش are. تمام؟ The last one, Lin Wael, please.
مرحبا Miss Andaline. I thought the dog was barking because it had heard someone outside, but there was nobody there.
Thank you. So, the first thing, had heard, بشيك. هاي first action. Then, the dog was barking. اللي هو in progress. Then I thought. تمام? So, these are the orders of the 3 events in this statement. The answer for this question is here. You can have screenshots for them. You can also take a screenshot for the explanation. This is the second one that contains a question. And here, if you like, I will show you the answer in another way, if it is easier for you. Come on. Now let's move to the last part of this lesson, which is talking about the prefixes go and miss. If you look at the first example, coincidences are strange, unexpected connections. If I want to focus on the bold word, هاي الكلمة اللي بالخط الغامق يا توجيهي. The origin of this word is incidence. أصل الكلمة هاي هو incidence يعني حدث. Now, when I add prefix co, it becomes coincidence يعني actions that happened at the same time. تمام؟ ف co here is a prefix. Why I call it prefix? Because it comes before the word. لأن إجت قبل الكلمة فسميتها prefix. نفس الشيء when I talk about the two men are co-founders of the university. Founder يعني مؤسس. لما بقول co-founders يعني they founded it together. تمام؟ co is also a prefix. Now, misunderstandings happen when people get the wrong idea. The origin of the word is understanding, مش هيك؟ أو understand. Now, when I put the prefix which comes before the verb, اللي هي miss, it means, when I say misunderstand, it means there is something wrong or يعني something happened wrongly or badly. So what you have to understand in this activity, توجيهي, what are the words that comes with the prefix co and the words that comes with the prefix miss, and what do we mean by co or miss? For example, also we have mistake here. Error has the same meaning as mistake. When you take something, you understand it. Now, when it is mistaken, it means that you understand it wrongly or badly. So we use the prefix what to add the meaning of wrongly or badly. Is it co or miss? Which is used to say that the meaning is wrongly or badly, Ibrahim Ahmad. Is it co or miss?
Miss, because there is wrong or
Yes.
bad.
So miss is used to tell that something is happened wrongly or badly, and we use the prefix to add the meaning of with or together or at the same time. What is the prefix that I use here, ya Ahmad? Ahmad Fadil.
مش ما سمعتش السؤال.
What is the prefix that I add to the beginning of words in order to add the meaning of with or together or at the same time?
النت بقطع مش عارف.
طيب, it's not a matter. I use the prefix co when I want to talk about something that happened with or together or at the same time. Now, what you have to understand, يا توجيهي, or what you have in the exam, طبعا هذا جزء من الفوكابيولاري مش من language. This question is related to vocabulary. They brought you a box with words like these in the activity: worker, use, behave, operation, pilot, lead, heard, writer. Not all of them طبعا, they choose some of them. You have to do two things. First, what is the prefix that is used with the word, and the second, to put it in the suitable gap according to the meaning. So a worker comes with, I'll show you the answers because we are about finishing the time. If you look here, yeah, you can have a screenshot توجيه, by the way. بنقول we co-worker, misuse, and you have their Arabic meaning if you can notice. Misbehave, cooperation, co-pilot, mislead, misheard, co-writer. You have to memorize بدي أحفظ يا توجيه which comes with co and which comes with miss, and then how to use them in the statements depends on the meaning of the sentence. For example, she only gets angry when students misbehave in class. This is the meaning, يعني يسيء التصرف. تمام. And the rest of the sentences, you can understand them in the same way. If you have any questions about them, you can ask me later on in the coming classes, inshallah. I have to stop because time is finished. Let me stop the recording and have the attendance.